Sammy in the house, baby.
Hello.
We in.
Yes.
Awesome,
Let's go.
man.
Thank you so much
Oh
for
my
being
God.
here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm excited. I wanted to be here.
Awesome.
I wanted to be here. I'm glad. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I invited
thank you.
myself, and just so everybody
No,
knows,
no,
I
no.
invited myself.
No. We manifested you actually.
Yes.
Before we started, we were talking about who should we bring in.
And I jumped on one of your lives on Instagram because I'm following you all.
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
thank you. Yeah.
It was your first attempt at an Instagram live.
yeah. For,
Yes. First
Yeah.
attempt.
Yeah, I'm paying attention.
It
It
feels
went pretty well.
It feels weird because we're like, how do we work this? What's this live? ¿Qué es esto?
Yeah.
We felt really like we're new to this.
Yes.
To the new.
To be fair, I want to go live on TikTok.
Mhm.
Like you need 1,000 followers.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
Chale.
you're not ready yet.
You're not ready. You ain't ready.
Yeah.
Who are you to tell me I'm not ready, TikTok?
It felt bad. It was like a heartbroken moment.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, I'm not good enough to go live.
Now, I know you got all the kids doing the same freaking dance to the same freaking song. You're important, TikTok.
Yes.
Sorry, I won't go live on your
Oh
format.
my god, TikTok's the news now. I mean,
Yeah.
you get your recipes, you get everything on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I was excited. I was following you all,
Thank you.
and then I was like, look, they're live, and I'm like, I wonder what they're doing, and then they're like, we need people to come on the show. We need guests, and then you're like, I want Sammy Dallas, and I'm like, I want to be there too.
Yeah,
That's why I'm here.
We manifested.
Yeah,
because we were
so-
talking about who should we bring in, and Sammy the House was definitely on the list.
You were on both our lists, brother, for sure.
Soundbite. I wanted to be on the In the Flex podcast.
in the Flex
Awesome.
podcast.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people in Laredo know Sammy the House. I know when I was a little kid, you used to come to the pep rallies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I've known you since I was a little kid, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are listening from all over the state or the country.
Yeah.
What I want to know is who's Sammy the House? Like when somebody asks you, hey, like who are you? How do you identify yourself? Tell me more about yourself.
I'm a 43-year-old stepfather who doesn't claim stepfather. I'm a dad.
Okay.
I have a wife. I am an uncertified teacher.
Oh.
I am a lawyer and a psychologist with no degree. I am a gordo, and I'm proud of that. Gordo power. I got you,
Yeah.
brother. I love kids. I love my kids. What else? I like music. I really like music. I like musicians.
Yeah.
I like being on the radio. I grew up in the radio. It's pretty much one of the one things that I'm really skilled at.
Okay.
And
How did Sammy the House develop? Like at
How-
what age? At what age did you decide, hey, I'm gonna be on the radio?
I was 12 years old. And I'm gonna be completely specific. I was at a Guerra Communications lucha match, and my dad took me. And my dad was real good friends with a gentleman named Frank Moe. Frank Moe was a general manager at Z93 and Energy. Energy 98 at the time. It was called Energy 98. Now
I
it's
remember.
Big Buck, but. And I remember before that, my dad would take me to go hang out with his friend Magic Reina. Rest in peace, Magic with a J.
Okay.
Magic was a good man. And he would tell my dad, "Tu Kyle, come hang out at the studio so your kids can see what it looks like." So we went to this house somewhere in downtown Laredo in the St. Peter's area, super old house. And Magic would say, "Tu Kyle." And so we would go in and I would watch Magic talk on the radio. And I was like, this is the...
From his house?
Yeah, no. It was, the studio was inside of an old house.
Oh, I got you.
And they had rented out the house. They created it, and they made it a studio. And I remember I'm sitting in this studio, and I'm just listening, kind of like a studio like this, and I'm watching Magic, and you just hear all the accordion music and full blast, and like they got a great EQ, and the music's full blast, and he'd be like, "Tejano 93, it's Domingo," and I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever, dude! Loud music and talking cool. Like I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, I want to do that. I could do that. Listen. And then I would start mimicking him. Este domingo, como si fuera poquito, también se presenta el don del acordeón, Tony de la Rosa. And I started mimicking
Okay.
the DJs. And my dad's like, you do that pretty good. But it's
Wow.
my dad, right?
Uh-huh.
So
you,
I'm
didn't
like,
think, you didn't think much of it.
I was like, yeah, okay.
He's hyping me up.
Yeah, I was like, okay, Dad. He's like, no, really, mijo, you do that pretty good. And so then I started that was my joke. Like, my joke was I would always mimic DJs. And then other people were like, hey, man, you sound okay. Like, you sound pretty good. Like,
Gotcha.
it sounds realistic, but I'm 12.
Yeah.
So we're at this lucha match sponsored by Z93 and 98. And my dad introduced me to Frank Moe. Again, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
And my dad says, whenever you need anybody, mijo's ready to, help out on the weekends if you need something. And my dad's like, show him, mijo. And I'm like, what do you talking about, Dad? Dude?"
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, so I do this fake Casablanca commercial for Frank Mo on the spot, and he's like, "Hey, that's pretty good."
You
So
remember how that goes?
Yeah, and so it's the commercial.
Yeah.
I was Este Domingo because every commercial started. And shout out to Kat Medina. Kat would always like, Este Domingo en el Catedral del Tejano Music se presenta Tony de la Rosa, Bernardo y sus compadres, y como si fuera poquito, Selena y los Dinos.
Oh.
And you just hear all the accordion music, and they're like shuffling back and forth and effects. And so I started doing this, right? And Frank Mo's like, "Hey, that's pretty good." Frank Mo's cool with my dad, so he goes over and he looks over at Mad Dog. Mad Dog was at 98. He was the program director at 98. He goes, "Hey, Mad Dog, give this kid a chance. Put him on the weekends. He's willing to work."
At 12 years old.
12. Well, they don't know I'm 12.
Oh.
I'm always been a big boy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm only 43, but I look 80. You know what I mean? So he's like, "Hey, Mad Dog, give him a chance." And Mad Dog just rolls his eyes like, "Okay, whatever, man." Mad Dog was called Mad Dog for a reason. So Mad Dog's like, "Yeah, okay, boss, sure." And so my dad's like, "This is the greatest. I'm gonna give you lessons throughout the day, bro."
Get it.
My dad says, "Be necio."
Okay.
That says, "Be necio."
Be persistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he said it, "Be necio." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I want you to call him every Friday afternoon and ask him if he needs you to work on the weekend." I said, "Dad, he was just being nice." And he's like, "I want you to call him every Friday and ask him if he needs your help." I said, "I'm not going to do that, Dad." He goes, "Well, that's fine. You don't want to do that, but you're not going to go to the mall. You're not going to hang out with your friends. You're not going to do anything until you make that phone call. If he tells you no, that's fine, but you're not doing anything else unless you make that call." And I'm like, "Dad, why, Dad?" He goes, "Porque no le dan el jale el que no lo quiere."
That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
He's like, if you don't want the job, someone else is going to want the job.
Yeah.
So this is lesson number 1. Dad, rest in peace. I love you. I miss you, but I'm always sharing this. Be necio.
Yeah.
They're not going to give the job to somebody who doesn't want it.
That's true.
You apply 1,000 times until they hire you.
That's true.
You knock on the door until they open it.
That's true.
So every Friday, I would call and be like, "Hey, Mad Dog, it's me."
Oh, you again.
Yeah. And yes, exactly. It's me. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, we don't need you." And I was like, "All right, man."
Oh, wow.
So every Friday, this is another thing. I learned about rejection
Mm-hmm. At an early age.
at
too.
an early age. And I'm like, "All right, man." So one afternoon I get home, but it's not Friday, it's Thursday, and the phone rings. I speak to Sammy. "Yes, who's this?" "It's Mad Dog." "Hi, Mad Dog." He's like, "You still want to work?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "I need you Saturday morning at 6 a.m. And I'm like, "I'll be there."
Wow.
Wow.
I say, he's like, he goes, "You come in for training. You're going to learn how to run a pre-recorded show. You're not going to talk on the radio. You're going to run a pre-recorded show.
Okay.
You are running commercials. You're babysitting the radio station. Do you want it?" "Yes, sir. I'll be there."
Wow.
I'm 12, dude.
12 years old.
Dad.
And they don't know this
So
yet.
no, Dad needs to wake up and drive me downtown.
Wow. He got himself in this.
Yeah. I live in Hillside, bro. It's not exactly a short drive. So I'm growing up in Hillside. "Dad, I need to be there. I need to leave at 5:45 at least." He goes, "Oh, I'm going. Let's go."
Get it, yeah.
So my dad would wake up every Saturday and Sunday morning and take me over to the radio station, and I would babysit 2 shows, one called American Gold, the other one called Rick D's in the Weekly Top 40. And for 4 hours every Saturday and Sunday morning for about a year, I would just sit and watch this show run, and I would play commercials in between. And I'm there like, this is the stupidest job in the world. But the whole time I'm learning about music,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Because the top 40 was the contemporary hits. So I'm learning from this guy named Rick Dees. Rick Dees is a legend who's still doing his own shows. He's got his own app. So Rick Dees is an amazing DJ. I'm listening to Rick Dees, and I'm learning from him how he delivers, how fast he is, how he's real quick with his wit. I'm learning from him. And then American Gold is a show that plays 50s, 60s, and 70s music. So I'm learning the classic hits from back in the day. So when I talk to men that are now in their 70s and 80s, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, Herman's Hermits," and they're like, "How do you know about Herman's Hermits? How do you know about this?" Like, everyone knows about the Beatles and Elvis. No, I know about Herman's Hermits. I know about a girl named Petula Clark. I know about the Shirelles. I know about this. And they're like, "How do you know about this?" And I said, "Well, I grew up every Sunday morning listening to this, so I learned." And so after a while, I paid my dues, which nobody
Yeah.
really knows what this means anymore.
Yeah.
I paid my dues, and they're like, "Okay, you can read PSAs in between commercials." And I'm like, "I'll take it."
Yeah.
And so,
one step at a time, right?
so July 2022 of next year, it'll be 30 years later. Here I am.
What was your first radio station that you were at?
98.1.
98.1.
98.1.
But it was Energy. 98.
Energy 98.1.
Wow.
And before that, it was just FM 98. It was just FM 98. Then it was Energy 98. Then they changed it to all these different names.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Something I was talking to Ovi about was, what would Sammy the House be right now if you weren't in radio?
Dead.
You're
Yeah.
ready for this.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Look at me. I'm not the healthiest guy in the world, right? We're gordos, and Laredo gordos like their tortillas and they like their pan dulce.
Yeah.
And diabetes is a real thing. I have it, but if I hadn't taken care of myself, met a nice woman as well, I probably, I probably would take lesser care of myself. So I probably wouldn't be here, bro.
So for radio and your significant other,
Yeah.
you've kind of made a healthier decision.
You want to be around, dude. Like I want to work. I want to be here. I like being on podcasts and talking to people and meeting new friends and.
Yeah.
I like this. It makes you want to wake up every day. You find something that you want to do, and then they pay you for it.
So what's a routine to keeping a healthy Sammy the House lifestyle?
Man, nobody said I'm a healthy Sammy the House. I'm lucky. That's what I would say. I'd say I'm lucky. Man. Well, currently I've been checking my sugar. I mean, my doc is he's a realistic guy, and he's like, look, bro. I know you're not going to not eat what you don't want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, at least take your meds.
Okay.
So I take my meds. And I try my best to okay, maybe just one taco. Maybe just one regalito.
Yeah, moderation. Right?
Yeah, moderation. I don't drink like I used to, man. I'm telling you right here, right now, I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
I will drink you under the table and drive you home because you can't make it.
Wow.
And I've done that before. I don't drink. Not anymore. I didn't cut it off.
You used to drink a lot back then.
I never with that it was a problem. Like I never missed work.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I got real drunk one night and still made it to work at 6 a.m.
Okay.
Did my shift.
Social drinker.
I was a social drinker, but I have a super high tolerance.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm an expensive date. I'm a super expensive date. And the thing is, I never once thought to myself, this might hurt me. Until one day I just said, you know what? No. I'm not. I shouldn't drink this much. There's no reason for me to drink this much. There'll be some tequila tomorrow. Okay. All right. So I hardly ever drink anymore. I work in a bar.
Oh really?
I work at AJ's, and I hardly ever drink.
That's good.
Hardly ever drink. Everyone wants to buy me a drink. Everyone wants to say, "Hey, let me buy Sammy the House. Let's do a shot, Sam." And I'm like, "No thanks, bud." And it feels bad because they kind of they get hurt. They're like, "Why don't you want to take a shot with me, bro?" And it's like, it's not that I don't like you; it's that I love me, you know. And so I try my best. I will have a shot every once in a while. I do like tequila. I do like piña coladas. I do like certain cocktails, but I'm not a prude and be like, no, I don't touch that stuff. It's unhealthy. But I try.
You don't live the healthiest lifestyle.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that? Like, do you mean
I like pan dulce, bro.
You don't drink, but you make up for it in other
Oh yeah,
ways,
yeah. I like
fast food, stuff like that.
Dude, chocolate chip cookies.
Fast food
is crack.
Yeah.
Chocolate chip cookies is my crack.
Yeah.
I like tacos, dude, and I'm not afraid to say harina.
There you go. I'm gonna ask you that.
De harina.
Not maíz. No maíz.
When they're like, de maíz o de harina? What are you looking? Dude, look at me, bro. Look at me, bro. Does it look like I want maíz? So yeah, dear California, you're stupid for not using harina. My daughter lives in California. She's like, all the tacos here, they don't use my harina over there.
Wow.
Unless it's in a burrito.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the only way you'll get harina is in a burrito. Yeah.
And that's California?
That's crazy.
Dear Cali, go to hell.
And how do you feel about that? Because I think everyone wants to like the tortilla de harina. I mean, that's classic for everyone.
Classic, yeah.
And now they're making it now in like almond flour.
I did not know.
I'm okay with like the wheat tortillas. Because to me, honestly, what I want is the salsa. The salsa and the protein.
Yeah.
You put in salsita and protein and I'm good. Put some aguacate in there, I'm good. If it's a wheat tortilla, I'm okay with that. But maíz is a little
Yeah.
You're cheating me out of a good time,
They gotta
bro.
be handmade.
Yeah.
De masajita. You know, like
Ah,
boom, handmade right off the.
I'm okay. You
Chaditas.
know what? I'm okay with HEB brand. I'm okay with Exquisita.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I'm giving shout outs to different brands of
That's
flour
good, that's good,
tortillas.
that's good, that's
Exquisita,
good.
Angel Wings. How are you doing?
Yeah.
I see you. No, but yeah, I mean, I don't mind store bought, but yeah, homemade is
Yeah,
Ooh,
definitely.
can't beat
my
it.
suegra, man. Oh, dude, dear suegra.
What are some of your favorite restaurants?
Mm. Uh, Stripes is easy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stripes is convenient.
Right
Taco
there.
Palenque is delicious.
Expensive too.
But expensive, but it's, I mean,
You get what you get. You get what you pay for.
there's a lesson about that, bro. There's a lesson about that, bro. There's I think there's a TikTok soundbite. The price is not the same as it was yesterday.
Oh hell no.
The price is not the same as it was yesterday. And I want you to feel this way about your podcast too. If anybody ever wants to sponsor your podcast, the price is not the same as it was when we had no listeners.
Yeah.
Now we have listeners.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Price has gone up.
Yeah.
You know, Taco Palenque's got a $5 pirata. You
Hell
know
yeah.
what? Go find this pirata somewhere else
Yeah.
and pay less than $5 for it.
Ain't gonna happen.
Taco Palenque is giving you a good taco and they're charging you for it. A friend of mine said, "It's because I want to do my braids, but that girl's super expensive. I want to do cornrows and that girl's super expensive." And I said, "How much would you charge for cornrows? How much would you charge to stand up for 4 hours and braid somebody's hair?" And they're like, "Oh, well." So yeah, bro.
Yeah.
So dear Taco Palenque, you're expensive, but I get it.
It's
Yeah.
good though.
Yeah,
It's good.
yeah.
And they got a
So,
drive-through too.
yeah,
I
they
mean,
got a,
the
that's
tacos-
convenient,
tacos
bro.
drive-through,
Dear,
oh my
dear
God.
Laredo Taco Company, I love you, but there's no drive-through yet, man.
And it's 24 hours, right?
Yeah,
24 hours.
Yeah.
Can't
You
beat
can
it.
get a freaking good taco 24 hours
24
and
hours.
without getting off of your car.
Yeah.
They are charging you for that.
Yeah.
God bless you, Taco Palenque, for knowing your worth. I like Stripes. Liras is the most underrated.
I've never had Lita. I had Lita's
Barbacoa.
barbacoa. Yeah.
Barbacoa?
I've
Oh,
had
yeah.
that.
That's it. There's a book called The Tacos of Texas,
Mhm.
and the Tacos of Texas guys are like, find taco places, and I put Liras in a book
Mhm.
because Liras is that good. It's a family run, amazing barbacoa place. Liras is great. You can never mess with Raul's.
Okay.
Right there in the Ladri,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Raul's
Got
in,
it.
right on the gateway to the Ladri.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't get to the Ladri without passing by Raul's and thinking, should I?
Hey, you have to stop. You have to every
can't,
weekend.
You can't cross the Lafayette Bridge without looking over at Raul's and thinking, or you can't get out of La Ladri without thinking, I know it's late,
Exactly.
but they're open.
Yeah. What about some lunch ones? Maybe
For-
lunch, dinner type.
When it comes to lunch, man, I used to live at Logan's, man.
Logan's.
I like a good steak for
Oh,
lunch,
Yeah,
bro.
Logan's good,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't spend like that anymore, but I used to. When I was a bachelor, I would go and have a steak and a salad every day for lunch.
Damn.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is when I was single and alone, and of course, all my female friends would love to go to lunch with me because I'm getting steak and salad. But yeah, man, if you find a good steak place. There's nowhere in particular right now that's got a good steak. I don't think any. And I hate to insult my friends because
No, it's just
I got friends everywhere, bro, from La Ladri to Regency. But there's no reason to charge me $40 for a steak.
Oh hell no.
yeah. Right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, and it's okay because again, quality of the restaurants, and I get it. And if someone has a budget for a $40 steak, by all means, right? But I don't need to pay $40 for a steak.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pay that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I have a story about that.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to Fogo de Chao?
Hmm.
Well, now they have that Brazilian steakhouse.
There's a new
now.
Brazilian steakhouse. You haven't been
I
there.
haven't gone there either.
Yeah.
I'm scared to go right now. I just kind of gonna, let them get settled in.
Yeah.
I like
But-
to think that you get what you pay for though.
Yeah, you do.
Right?
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't know what you're paying for. Like I went to Fogo de Chao and they
Uh-huh.
had told me, it's a recommended place. You're gonna bring the food, the steak to your to your table, and it's a buffet, and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go there and I didn't know. First of all, I got there real late. No parking. It's in there like at the downtown San Antonio.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the guy's like, okay, so you have the buffet. You guys enjoy yourselves, this and that. We have this steak. We have shrimp and this on the cart, right? So you could buy this and that. And I was so like just happy to be there. I was so volado, in other words,
Yeah.
to say. And I said, oh, would you give me the steak? Give me the ribeye or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought you had to order that to be part of the experience.
Yeah.
Boom. After the meal, $235
Oh no
Oh
way.
for
no.
a steak.
This was
Oh no.
Yeah.
So that wasn't
No,
included in the buffet.
No, plus the buffet, which is like maybe like $60 a person. And I'm just looking at it.
Oh no.
I'm just trying to play it cool. I'm like, oh,
if
that's
you
cool.
ever thought about dining
Oh
and
my
ditching, this is the
God.
time.
Oh, and I took my kids. I paid for
No.
my kids.
Oh no.
No way.
They wanted chicken nuggets after.
No.
It was
They wanted
horrible.
McDonald's.
Daddy, I'm
after.
still hungry.
Oh
Eat
my
with soup.
God, and I should have known when they came to the table and they just, they start talking to you about the steak. Oh, well, this meat came from this cow, and this cow was raised over here, and they only ate this type of grass. And I'm like, what did I get myself into?
Logan's
It's
doesn't do this.
yeah, it's
Experience.
It's an experience.
well, but learn,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
what it is. It's there's the guy that I showed you,
Oh,
Jordan
yes,
Peterson.
yes.
When you are articulate, this is another good lesson, guys. When you know how to talk about your product in so many wonderful words, you're not thinking about how much is it going to cost me. You're like, this cow was raised in the south of France,
Yes.
and it ate from this grass, and it ate from da 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 da, and technically the cow's name was Pierre.
Yeah.
And it comes from the line of, Francois and Amélie, and then you're like, oh man, this sounds like a good cow. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but when you go to Logan's, you're not thinking about the
You're not
cow,
thinking about
but they're giving you a story,
Yes.
and they're giving you a real pretty picture, and you're just like, okay, let's go. 235 later, Dad, get on nuggets.
it.
Yeah, that was not a good one.
Oh my! Hey, you
Oh,
live
you
and
can't
you
take-
live and you learn.
Yeah.
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 You live and you learn.
Exactly. Yes. But that's, I guess, knowing your worth is the main reason.
It's and you,
Knowing your worth.
and there's nothing wrong with treating yourself every once in a while,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Go get some fogo de chao on a special occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'll take a $40 steak on a special occasion, but I'm not gonna. It's not that's
Not
that's
regular.
not daily lunch prices. No, sir.
Those striped tacos looking
No,
better.
yeah. Yeah, I'll get off the car and I'll go to the line at
Yeah.
Stripes.
Oh, and those in the place they got too. They got like enchiladas.
They got
now,
really good-
chile rellenos,
Yeah.
gorditas. Oh, now I'm getting hungry. It's too
Nah,
early.
yeah. It's too early to be talking about.
Yeah.
But when you mentioned that you sent me some videos, I know you sent me some videos about
It's a
Normal-
gentleman named Jordan Peterson.
yes, normalizing appreciating men.
Okay. Men are in trouble right now, and don't get me wrong. Men are stupid. We're all stupid.
Yeah.
We do stupid things. We are animales.
We're wired like that.
Yeah, we're animals, bro. We are animals, but at the same time, the way we're animals, we also do good things, man.
Mhm.
You provide for your kids.
Yes.
You had no problem paying $235, and then you probably went to go get them the nuggets too, bro,
Yeah.
because you love
Had
your
to.
babies. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're married. Are you married?
I have my girlfriend. Not
Okay.
married yet, but
do you take care of her?
yes.
Okay. Now, do you live with her by any chance?
Yes, and my baby girl as well.
Okay.
3-year-old baby
Okay.
girl.
So if there's a sound in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
what do?
Wake up and check what that sound is.
You don't tell your girl to go do it?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am a scaredy cat, bro. No. I have a healthy fear. I always have a healthy fear.
Something must have traumatized you though.
Oh no.
No?
I mean, people are scared. You don't know it's dark, it's night, there's a sound. I don't know what it is, but I'm scared no matter what. But if I hear it,
Uh-huh.
the moment that I now live with my wife and my kids, I never once thought, you go. I always get up and I'm like, I'll go.
Okay.
For some odd reason, fear walks out the door.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Yes.
No, I don't even think about fear. And I'm telling you, I'm a natural scaredy cat.
Yeah.
This is something that men do. You just automatically, I'm not going to make my wife and kids go do this.
It's like a switch.
Me first.
Yes.
Me first.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to get hurt, it'll be me first. They got to get through me to get to you.
Yeah.
This is an automatic thing. And so this guy, Jordan Peterson's like, these men are up on high beams, building skyscrapers, building highways, building overpasses. They are risking their lives every day to fix humongous buildings and machinery.
Yeah.
And these men, they never once say, I don't know if I want to get up there on that overpass and put down that concrete on that little beam.
Yeah.
They just go up there and do it.
Yeah.
And so he's like, you need to respect that, and you need to appreciate men. Yes, women are beautiful, and women give birth to babies, and women are amazing creatures that put up with our crap.
Mm-hmm.
But men also do some work.
Yeah.
Men put in work, and so he normalizes, and he's trying to normalize it to say, you know what, you need to show some respect to men.
Yeah.
And it's a sad thing, man. Men go through some stuff where you don't want to talk about how scared you are. You don't want to talk about how sad you are.
Yeah.
No, sad, chillon. Yeah, dude, but what happens? That doesn't mean I didn't feel it.
Yeah. We're
And-
human.
Yeah. So men eat their pan dulce, have their tortillas, get sick, die early after working hard.
Yeah,
Yep.
for their families.
Hardly ever does a man get to retire on vacation.
Rarely.
Yeah.
Lucky.
That's what grandma's for.
Yeah.
Grandma will take care of the kids and the grandkids.
Yes.
So you can work.
And Wilito, he's dead.
Yeah.
Because historically, women do live longer than
Yes,
men.
Yeah.
yes,
Because of
because
stress and all that going on.
because men keep it in and men risk their lives in their jobs. I'm not saying that women don't risk their jobs. Shout out to all the female soldiers.
Definitely.
Yes, of
Definitely.
course.
Shout out to all the female soldiers. Shout out to all the strong women out there. But men, it's just a higher percentage of men doing scary, strong,
Yes.
dangerous jobs, and they go and they eat mugrero, and they run the risk of losing their life on the job,
Yeah.
and then they come home and they're underappreciated. And you better not cry.
Definitely.
Suck it up, Holmes.
Yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Exactly.
Be a man. And then 2 days later, what happened to Abuelo? He died.
Yeah. Stress.
So these men work hard all year, all their lives to die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And, you know, that's got to change.
it does. It really does. And look at their options they have too. I mean, you want to really make some money. Maybe if you didn't have the time or the needs to go to get a further education and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But hey, you want to make some real good money in Laredo? What do? You go CDL,
Oil.
go trucking,
Oil.
oil rigs, all very dangerous jobs. where
Mhm.
People lose their lives like frequently. I mean, plants explode, accidents happen where it's just you hear about it and you're like, man, it's just dangerous jobs that nobody wants to do. There's
I-
always a driver shortage.
About 20 years ago, I had a friend, and she's like, my dad died. I'm like, how did he die? She's like, we don't know. He just walked out because he was one of those guys that would check the oil, whatever they would check, and the gas was leaking. And he was outside. He wasn't even inside of a room. Gas was leaking, and he was breathing the gas.
Wow, yeah.
He just dropped dead. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Men got to do this. Men do this. And then, you come home and you're like, you treat dad like crap and give him a tie on Father's Day.
Yes.
And I hate to say it. I mean, I appreciate everything that my wife and my kids do for me, but sometimes, and it's not just in any particular household. It's in our households. Nobody really cares about how dad feels,
Yes.
and no one really appreciates dad as much as they should.
Yeah.
Men, or at least normalizing appreciating men, you really should. And don't get me wrong, it's a thing where we're supposed to appreciate women, right?
Yes.
It's not a mistake. Mother's Day is always a bigger deal than Father's Day, right? The woman's birthday is always a bigger deal than dad's birthday.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Moms deserve to be treated right. Women deserve to be treated right. But with that being said, so do men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men work hard too. Women work very hard, but men work hard too. And you need to appreciate that man, because one day he's not going to be here anymore. And don't let that man live his life in vain.
Yeah.
Don't let grandpa die never feeling special.
Yes.
Men got to feel special,
Definitely.
guys. And I'm not just saying it because I'm a man. I'm saying it because I've seen it. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I know you're a hard worker, dude. I know you just by what you told me about
Yeah.
how your life has changed by having a child and being with your girl. I mean, you get it.
Yeah.
You get it. And that needs to be normalized. The fact that you're a hard worker and you're a good man and you appreciate the gifts that God has given you, that should be appreciated. Someone should say, good job, bro. Pat you on the back. Pat you on the back. Media will show you either a deadbeat dad, a dad that doesn't care, or a lame dad.
Definitely.
There's no such thing as a badass dad.
You're right. You're right.
No one shows you that.
Yeah.
But you're a badass dad. You're a badass dad. I'm a badass dad.
Mhm.
And nobody wants to be a badass dad because you don't see it enough. They all show you, like what we were talking about in the middle of the break. Guys don't want to be a part of it. They want to become deadbeat dads because they don't want to be a part of this whole, like, you're taking my check and
Yeah.
and I'm not going to stick around because she's a psycho.
Yeah.
So they're showing you psycho women. They're showing you deadbeat dads, but they're not showing you, hey, you know what, man? Maybe I can stick around. Maybe this could be dope.
Mhm.
Maybe it
Exactly.
could be dope to be a dad and start a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't put that on TV.
No,
They don't
that's
put that
not-
on the internet.
That's not publicized at all.
Yeah.
What's the most famous line? You are not the father.
Yeah, dude.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
like
what you
it's
see.
Yeah.
reality shows don't ever show. You'll never find a reality show without drama
Mhm.
because
That's the
it gets supposedly it gets boring. But there could be so much cool stuff and being
Yeah.
positive, dude. Like, just be positive. Like, hey, what's happening in this episode? Dad got a new job. Dad got a raise. We went on vacation. Dad bought me this. We went this. Dad learned how to surfboard. Mom got a new dress. Like, there's nothing wrong with like, hey, man, the Brady Bunch, bro. There used to be nothing but positive. There was always a message at the end of the Brady Bunch. They changed it because positivity don't sell.
Yeah. Ratings are not as high.
Yeah. Whatever, dude. Normalize being a cool dad. Normalize being a badass dad. Normalize loving dad and appreciating him for what he does.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is part of me and my campaign. I have my agenda. My agenda is to spread positivity and change the world.
Awesome.
And that's
I
what
want to change the world.
You're always positive. You're always happy. You're always cheery. You're always bubbly. Isn't there one day where you just don't where you don't wake up bubbly? You wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
I'm pissed off every day.
Every day.
I'm mad every day.
But you just have to push it aside.
Bro. Here's another one for you. Here's more gold for you guys. I can only change my world. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to be angry. I don't want things to upset me. So do I dwell on the things that upset me and hurt me, or do I try to fix things? I'm going to quote myself.
Go ahead.
I'm the engineer of my own world, bro.
Exactly. As we all are.
I know it's weird and people think it sounds like an Illuminati thing.
Oh.
But it's not.
That's a good topic.
I'm God.
Yes.
I'm God.
God lives in us and we are.
I'm going to quote, what's his face?
Kanye?
There's a God above me, but I'm the God of everything else. What's his name? Not Kanye, the other guy, the one that comes to Skateboard P. What's his name? Pusher.
Pusha T.
Pusha T. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a God above me, but I'm the God of everything else. Pusha T. It's a beautiful quote. There is a God above me.
Oh my God.
There's a God above me, but I'm the God of everything else. I am mad, bro.
Yes.
I'm super mad every day. Everybody pisses me off. Everyone's stupid. Everyone that disrespects dads is stupid. Everyone that disrespects women is stupid.
Yes.
Everyone that disrespects themselves is stupid.
I think isn't it like a system? Because like, let's going back to that. I think a lot of times why dads are not appreciated is because a lot of times it's expected of them to do this.
Yeah.
Right? It's expected of them to
Take out
drop
the
everything.
trash,
Yeah, work 12 hours a day,
pay the
feed
bills,
family,
pay the bills.
be the support system,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I mean, when it's expected, it's sometimes not much appreciated, right?
Stressful,
he's supposed to do that.
Dad is not just a workhorse, bro.
Yeah.
Dad is not just a workhorse. Dad doesn't just, hey, domesticate the horse, have him carry stuff around, and when he dies, replace him with another horse.
Yes.
Dad's not a workhorse, dude. Dad is a part of the family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Treat dad as a part of the family. And the truth is that you ask me, well, am I not bubbly? I'm not in a good mood today, perfect.
Wow.
Believe it or not. I'm never in a good mood. There's always things I worry about my mortgage.
Yes.
Right?
Finances,
dude, you don't
Yeah.
tell unless the bills are completely paid, I'm not happy.
Relief. Yeah.
And as long as there's debt, I'm not happy, right?
Yeah.
As long as I'm not completely 100% healthy, I'm not feeling perfect.
That's amazing to me because the way that I see Sammy the House, the way that people might perceive Sammy the House is you're bubbly, 100%. 100%.
Go to AJ's and you'll see me get angry. I got mad last night,
Those
bro.
drunk people-
I got
drunk
mad.
people out
Oh man, and I love it because I work in a bar. I love you people, but when you get too stupid, I just said it.
Yeah.
If you don't respect yourself, you're making me mad.
Yeah.
It's a worthless emotion, and it's a waste of my life to stay angry at something. So you know what? I want to live happy today, so I'll be happy.
And I think that's why people go out. That's why people go out and say, I'm going to go drink. I'm going to go have the time of my life to relieve myself
That
from
won't fix it.
all of that. Yeah.
That won't fix it.
Temporarily. Maybe.
I mean, there's
Not-
nothing
but
wrong
not-
going to. I definitely go to a bar. Come to AJ's, everybody. Wednesdays and Thursdays. I'll see you. But no. Speaking of which, now that we mention AJ's, I forgot.
What's
Hold on.
up?
Man, here's another lesson. Whenever someone invites you into their house, you bring them things. Courtesy of AJ's,
Okay.
Alamo Draft House.
Oh
opened up.
my! Oh,
You guys go to Alamo,
my
okay?
God. Sam,
And since
Thank
since
you so much.
this is the sponsor part of the show,
yes, Sam.
also
Oh
brought to
my
you by
God,
our-
Alamo Draft
our
House.
good friends at Coffee and Magic
Oh,
on 107.3 every morning.
Coffee and magic. I
Awesome.
love this.
That's
I
a
love
special
this. Thank
magic
you so
magnet.
much.
And
Thank you
put
so
this
much.
on your caps.
Oh,
Put that on your sweaters.
yes.
Have fun.
Thank you.
Oh, you
Coffee
came
and
on.
magic.
There you go.
Good.
Thanks for letting me
Yes.
announce AJ's
Hell
and,
yeah.
and
No,
Coffee
go
and
ahead.
Magic.
Go ahead.
You got your Alamo
Go ahead,
Draft
go
House
ahead.
gift cards. They
Yeah,
just
thank
opened
you
up. You
so
got your
much.
Coffee and Magic magnets. All right.
What motivates you to keep going? What's your reason for waking up every day and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna wake up to do this, and this is my goal. This is my future goal." What motivates you?
It used to be ego.
Ego.
It used to
Okay.
be ego, and that's a really bad thing.
Yes, definitely.
I wanted to be the coolest.
Mhm.
I wanted to be the coolest. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be better than everybody.
Yeah.
And some people, it's sad because you see that ego will motivate you to do stupid things.
You gotta impress people and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like so if you go and you get plastic surgery, it's not because you love you, it's because you don't like
Yeah.
you.
You want people to like.
And you want you want to be better than that young chick over there, and you want to be better than that pretty lady over there.
Yeah.
So that motivation is ego.
Egotistical.
Yeah. So my motivation used to be ego,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to be better than everybody.
Yeah.
But I have learned, and I'm being very vulnerable here, that being better than everybody makes you lose friends.
Yes, it does. Definitely. We talked about that.
If I walk
Yeah.
in here pretending that I'm better than you
Yeah.
two, the last thing you're going to do is invite me back.
Exactly. We'll
You
think like,
know,
you know
I-
what?
So what's the first thing I said when we started talking? I wanted to be here.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
I'm paying homage to you two.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm letting you know that I like you both, and I'm very happy to be in your hands today.
Thank you. Thank
So you will remember that, hopefully. And it's not just me BSing you, but it's me. You walked in here. I don't know if any of your other guests have done it, but have your other guests made you feel special?
you.
I'm trying to make you all feel special.
Yeah, he's like,
So,
"Hey, this is your show." You said,
so yeah, this is your show, and I'm your guest, and I'm here. I'm happy to be here in your hands. So the new motivation is changing the world.
Yeah, definitely.
it's making
and-
a difference.
Make
Yeah.
a difference. Yeah.
And it goes back to what I said in the beginning. My world is my world. I am the architect of my world. My grandma and my great grandma used to say, cada mente su propio mundo.
Yeah. Mhm.
So whatever I allow in my head is now my world, and I want my world to be good.
Exactly.
So if I want to be healthy, I have to be healthy for me. If I want to look good, I want to look good for me. If I want people to be nice, I got to be nice to
Yeah,
people.
definitely.
I got to be good to people. If I want you to know who I am, I'll wear my tecolotes hat and I'll be like, I'm from Los Dos Laredos,
Yeah.
you know? And this is Coffee and Magic. This is who I am. I'm on In the Flex, but Coffee and Magic
Yeah.
is here too.
That's
Like,
that's
I'm
Sammy.
proud of who I am and what I do. And so I want my world to succeed. So I will do my best to make sure that everyone around me is happy. Because if no one around me is happy,
You're not happy.
no, because now I'm surrounded by hatred.
Exactly.
So my motivation is to make a better world for me.
For yourself.
But in turn, I have to make the people that are in my world happy to be in it
Without being egotistical.
without being
at the same
egotistical.
time.
Yeah. So in other words, it's my party, but I'm not going to treat you like you're at my party. You're here at my party because I want you to here at my party. Have some cake.
Yeah.
Have some cake.
Yeah.
Have something to drink. Sit down. Kick your feet up.
Yeah.
This is my party. And you're here too. So let's have a good time.
Exactly.
You know? And if I treat everyone else like you ain't shit.
Yeah.
You ain't shit.
A lot of people in
Well,
Laredo
then
do that.
they're not gonna want to come to my
Yeah.
party anymore.
Yeah.
I spent 24 hours trying to do damage control on a post that I did about maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
And it was kind of rude.
Can you take? Can you?
I will elaborate because
Yes.
I'm not
please.
proud of it.
Okay.
I was at a doctor's office and this old man comes in and he's selling candy apples.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just jokes, bro. We watch comedians all the time. We love Dave Chappelle because he's got a sense of humor, bro. That's why we watch comedians, because we want to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So this man comes in, he sits down in the doctor's office, and he's tired. You can tell he's tired. It's a hot summer Laredo day. And he's sitting there with his box of candy apples, and he's not even trying to sell any candy apples to anybody. He just wants to get in from the heat and sit down. I take a picture of the man. I post it. And all I said was, look, Laredo finally got an Apple store.
Mm,
It's a joke.
yeah.
It's a joke. The man
Yeah.
has all my respect. But, Laredo said, we don't have an Apple store. Well,
There you
there's
go.
your apples, right? I was kidding.
You got a lot of heat for that.
I got over 200 guys getting no vales madre, que na, 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 na. How horrible can I'm trying, and I spent the whole time, guys, it's just a joke.
Yeah.
Guys, it's just a joke. Guys, guys, I don't mean it like that. You know me, I'm better than, and it's like, no, you know what? Y'all ain't ready. And I just took the picture down, and the picture's still on my Facebook somewhere, but I blocked it from everybody else because I thought it was funny, and it was funny.
Yeah.
I bought an apple from the man, by the way.
Yeah.
Because he deserved it, and I gave him a tip, but nobody saw that part.
Yeah.
You only see the hate that you want to see.
Exactly.
So I said, you know what, dude? I am the architect of my world. I am going to maneuver to where I don't see you anymore. And it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. I mean, I was kidding. The man's got my love, and I bought a candle. I bought an apple, and I gave him a tip, and he got to relax, and he didn't know any better, and it was just a joke. Like nobody's ever called me a fat ass before.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you all defending me in that post?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nobody defended me in that post, but whatever. Like,
Yeah.
There's
So-
a lot of sensitive people, in other words, nowadays
Or
with
no-
social media.
And like you said, you're just looking at what you want to see,
Yeah, you
right?
don't see behind the scenes.
I love what I think, and I've seen you post that before, and I love it. I use that. Like, I mean, forget about the haters.
Yeah.
Appreciate the lovers.
yeah.
You got
Yeah.
people out there loving on you, and you're so on that like hateful comment.
Yeah.
That hateful comment ruined it, but you don't. see
Why
the
don't
people
you
that
dwell on the
appreciate
people
you.
that said, "Hey, Ovi, you're awesome, dude. I like your
Yeah.
podcast."
Exactly.
Instead, you're worried about that one dumbass who's like, "You go stupid podcast."
Yeah.
Why? Why do I have a stupid podcast?
Yeah.
What about everyone who loves it?
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
you can't, bro. You can't. You. I'm already angry enough as it is on my own. I don't need you to make me any angry.
What brings you peace? What calms you down when you're having a bad day?
It reminds me of a question that Elsa, my co-host, asked me the other day. She goes, "Aren't you tired?" And I automatically, without thinking about it, I said, "No." But watch this. I thought about it later on, and I looked at her and I said, "You know what, dude? I don't know what it feels like to not be tired anymore."
I feel you.
So I'm about to say something real morbid, but we gotta have a sense of humor. I don't know what peace is.
Yeah, I feel you. Definitely.
I don't really know what peace is. Until I feel it, I won't know what peace is. So deep down inside, as much as you think Sammy's a nice, happy, positive guy, there's anger inside me, bro.
Yeah.
And I do my best to not show it to anybody, but when I do, everyone freaks out.
Okay.
Last night, a gentleman crossed the line at the bar, and he saw angry Sammy, and he was freaking out. And I'm like, not today, son. And they don't like it.
Exactly. Don't take my kindness for weakness.
Yeah,
right?
kindness.
Yeah.
My
I don't-
kindness
I
is
don't
not
like
weakness.
That. I don't like that. Don't poke the bear.
Yeah,
in other words,
I am.
right?
I am a father.
Hey.
I am a father, and there's nothing more powerful and angrier and stronger than a father. I'm telling you right here. So props to you two, but you do not cross any lines with a dad, and and if you don't respect that you're a father, you're gonna lose to a man who does.
Definitely. Yes.
Because a father will get up in the middle of the night, regardless of how scared he is, and get and take care of business. So
What are your hobbies though? There has to be something that
Sleep.
comes down.
wait, it's a hobby.
hobby,
Sleep is a hobby
It
now,
kind of
bro.
distresses you.
Sleep.
All the stress. Yeah, definitely. But any hobbies, like I
I
don't know,
like to
man.
read, bro. I like to read, or if most possible, audiobooks. I love to read books about. I won't reveal my secrets, but there's books about power.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so that's how you know how I am, because I'm powerful in my message.
I see.
I read books about power, and I also read books about peace. And there's sometimes power and peace is one and the same. So you can't have peace unless you have power over your world. So
Yeah.
I read. I like to
And
read.
that brings you happiness. That brings you peace.
But reading doesn't make me happy, but
It's
just being at peace, or at least what I can think of is the closest thing to peace.
There has to be a happy place. There has to be. What's a
Things here.
happy
I-
place?
Oh,
I'll say
you know
right here.
what? You know what? Music, bro.
Oh,
There you go,
yes.
there you go.
I like live
talking
music. I
about
like
that.
live music, bro. And,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I went to go see, and it's funny because I got tickets to go check out. they used to be a country group, but now they're just really rock and roll. It's a group called the Mavericks. Now, they were labeled as country, but now they really don't have any labels. And the funny part is that they're super like, "Hi, man!" Like they sing like, "Huh," but then all of a sudden you'll hear them sing Spanish. The lead singer is a guy named Raúl Malo. He's a Cuban.
Mm.
He's a Cuban country singer, bro. He's awesome. Raúl Malo's one of the most talented men in the world, Raúl Malo. And so I got tickets to go check out the Mavericks. And I am a big boy, and I can't stand up for more than 2 hours without my hips hurting.
Mhm.
I was up there for 4.5 hours watching the Mavericks
Perform.
perform, and I was in heaven, bro. My hips and my back was hurting, but I'm there like, yeah, dude. Real musicians performing real music, and it was great. And you see, these men are older than me, bro, and they're kicking ass on
Wow.
stage.
Yeah.
I love music. My wife's not a big fan of live music, so she was there for me. God bless you, babe. But like, I'm there and I'm watching it, and I'm just like, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. You watch a drummer drum. You watch a guy mess with his guitar, and you watch a man sing his heart out. That's awesome. I love that. I love live music. I respect all musicians. Hip hop too. I love hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, that's not an easy thing, man. Nobody. If you've never done Eminem's "Without Me" on karaoke or Rap God, then you have no respect for the craft until you learn how to breathe in between those verses, because that is an exercise.
I was talking to Ovi
yes.
about the mic pass that we did many years ago.
Yeah.
You remember that mic
Yeah.
pass?
Oh my god.
That was many years ago. And do you still write lyrics?
No, not really. No, I mean I will every once in a while, but I was self-aware enough to know that I'm not that great at writing lyrics.
Who told you that though?
I did.
Yourself.
Yeah, because I respect talent. So you hear guys like Ovi. I mean, I would hear my songs and I would hear Ovi songs, and I'd be like, man, I can't do what Ovi
I
does.
feel you. But there's
You
got to
know?
be a little pattern of growth.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't just
of
start and be
course.
the best.
But honestly, I'm not. Okay. There's guys that are in the NBA, and then there's LeBron.
Yeah.
Right.
D-League.
Yes.
D-League.
Right? Yeah, right. And so the guys in the NBA are there for a reason.
Yeah.
And then there's LeBron.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's the guys that aren't in the NBA. Right. And the guys that aren't in the NBA are they should be smart enough to know why they're not in the NBA. Right.
Exactly.
Right. And so the last thing you're gonna think is, I'm gonna take on LeBron.
Okay.
You know, first of all, you need to get into the NBA first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough to know that, you know what, I'm not even in the NBA.
I
when
liked
it
your
comes to
verse.
hip-hop.
I liked your verse.
I like
Y'all were on the same beat.
Yeah. I
Y'all
mean,
were on the
yeah,
same beat.
and I liked it too. But again, I'm, you know.
I think it's one of those things that you gotta work on. I mean, we're not just gonna start something and be the best.
Oh
at,
yeah.
just like us.
Yeah, I don't practice enough. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't,
yeah.
I
That's
don't
another
practice
thing.
enough.
Practice makes
Yeah,
perfect.
that's all.
Practice
I
makes
just don't practice enough. I like to read, and I have lyrics, and I have a vocabulary, which is very important
yes.
in hip hop. You need to read. You need to know words, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's the same. It's if you watch Eminem, that boy's got a vocabulary.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't like to read. You're stupid if you ever want to be in hip hop. You need to read.
You need to read. Yeah.
But yeah, and so I respect all crafts. I respect all musicians. I respect the DJs. I mean, I can't mix and scratch and cut up and produce like some of these guys.
What are some of your skills?
None.
What do
dude.
you-
I talk.
Yeah.
I talk mad game, bro.
Mad skill. Man.
I make you
A
listen.
mad skill.
I make you listen.
Yeah.
I've taught you a couple of things in this podcast.
Exactly.
I'm at least aware of that and confident enough to know that I've taught you guys something.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
inspired you.
even being on the mic pass so many years ago, I
Yeah,
mean, you know
hell
how
yeah.
motivating that was for a young
Hell yeah.
artist coming out and then
Definitely.
having you on the mic pass, even on the same beat, which
Yeah.
you brag about, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
it was an amazing experience for me,
Yeah.
and how humble you've always been.
Yeah.
I mean, even being on this podcast so early on, I mean, I just feel like you're just a naturally humble person.
I
And it's
want to
just-
make
yeah.
people feel good,
yeah,
dude.
man, I know. It's just
It's my
amazing.
party, and I want you to feel good.
If there's ever an example of you are what you were born to be, you were born to
Oh,
be this.
stop it!
You were born to be this.
Stop it!
You're born to be if you were born to talk, you're gonna be a talker, and
Yeah.
people are gonna just.
Yeah.
I'm in tune to matching coffee on my way from home to school,
Thank you.
and I think the question that I was asking Ovi was, "Hey, who would Sammy the House be if he wasn't a radio host?"
Dead, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And that's powerful words. I'm saying
That's-
this saved your
yes.
life. This
Yeah,
has shaped your
yeah.
life into having meaning.
I want.
That's-
I want to be awake tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be awake tomorrow. You know, I want to be at that show at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I want to be there. I want you to listen. You know, and even if you don't listen, I still want to be there.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, thank you for those kind words. It's very generous of you, but I don't know. I really don't know if I'm what I'm supposed to be, but I'm here, and I at least have the confidence to know that if I say something, someone's gonna at least hear one thing.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can tell you I'm good at. I will say something and someone will hear it.
Yeah.
They know it's about that time already. That winter time.
Vente pa'
That's
acá,
our
gordito.
time, baby.
Abrázame,
That's
estás bien calientito.
Yeah, we're warm. We
Cool.
know we know where the tamales are at. Too,
Oh,
the
yeah.
the tamale plug.
We will
got
always
that.
find the tacos. We'll always find the tamales. We know where the good food is at. My wife is always like, es que no quiero ordenar lo que tú ordenas, pero siempre ordenas algo muy rico. And I'm like, that's how I am. That's the way that I got this way. Anyway, shout out to Honey Bunny. She's like, "Está bien calentito."
But they said, lo comes muy rico. You eat it.
Oh,
Ah,
man.
comes bien
Man,
rico.
when I used to have steak and salad every day, I got that. Like, I like the way you eat your salad. Lo comes bien rico. Like, you make a salad look good. I'm like, that's right. That's right. Eat your greens.
There you go.
Okay, so you wanted to get into something?
Okay.
The song?
Yes, the iconic birthday song. I mean, I know it's been a long time.
Uh-huh.
I know it's influenced a lot of people. How positive that song is. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How that started?
That song it's a weird, bittersweet feeling for me because there was a point in my radio career where somebody, I will not mention because that gentleman does not deserve real estate on this show or in my head. But they told me the song sucks. It's old. It's boring. It's tired. Kill it. Nobody likes it anymore. Nobody listens to that song. Okay. And I was telling Ovi while you went to the bathroom for the 35th time that I love you. That I said, I puedo pedir perdón o puedo pedir permiso. And so I said, no, I'm not going to ask for permission. I'm going to do the song. Regardless if you want me to stop doing the song, I'm going to keep doing the song. Because, like Ovi said, there's people that like it. Now, granted, if it's not your birthday, that song means nothing to you. Mm-hmm. And I know deep down inside, because they've expressed it to me, that if someone is having a birthday, and now since I don't do it as often as I used to, when I do it, everyone's like, my childhood just came at me and you did it for me. Mm-hmm. So there is now times where I will just bust it out somewhere, like at the bar at AJ's every once in a while, or at somebody's house, and they're like, Sammy, do the birthday song. I'm like, nah, dude, nah. Nah. And then all of a sudden, like, I do this one thing where, like, I just kind of start doing it, like I just, like, when no one's looking and they're just like, oh my God, he's doing it.
Yes.
Right. So the other day, or no, maybe 2 years ago, these friends of mine, I was like, wow, I go from 2 years ago to the other day. This girl comes up to me at the bar and she's like, it's my fiance's birthday, and I want you to do the birthday song. Come on. Don't let him know that, but he loves the birthday song anyway. I need you to do it, but he doesn't want to ask. And I'm like, no. And he's a nice guy, and his fiance's a real nice girl, and they're just hanging out, and they're like, that's fine. No, that's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. And I'm like, no, it's not a bother. It's just I don't really feel like doing it because, and I told him every time I do it, I remember the words of the hater that said, your song sucks. Yeah. It's over. Nobody likes it anymore. Mm-hmm. And then when someone comes up to me and says, I want you to do this song, because of the hatred that I felt at that dramatic point in my life, I'm like, they're trolling me. Okay. They're messing with me.
Yes.
You don't want to hear the song. You want to make fun of me. Because you think it's just, here comes that song again. Watch, he's going to do it. Yeah. And so I'm like, deep down inside, I'm like, no, you just want to, I'm not your monkey. I'm not going to dance. And then so I start gauging them, and the guy's real nice, and he's real genuine, and his fiance is real, now his wife, very genuine, and they're cool people, and they're like, hey man, we didn't mean to bother you. Here, let me buy you a shot, right? And I'm like, no thanks. and they're like, no, come on, man. So I take a shot with them, and they're cool people, and then it's the end of the night, and people are leaving, and people are still paying their tabs. The lights in the bar are on. I have my cordless. And so I just, like, they're like, he's paying his tab, and all of a sudden, all right, stop what you're doing. This is what I'm doing. Yeah. Wishing happy birthday to you and you and you, and today is the day of your birth. And they're like, oh, snap, he's doing it. He's doing it. This guy's already drunk, and he's like, his eyes lit up, and I'm like, pongan atención a lo que voy a cantar. And he's like, oh my God. And his wife to bust out the cell phone, and she's like, it's happening. And I'm like, damn it. Like, I don't know if I should like this or not, but I get it. I'm not on the other side. I am not on the other side of hearing that song. I am not on the other side of every day he's going to sing his song for someone having a birthday. Yeah. No one's ever sang that song to me on my birthday, so I don't know what it feels like. Yeah. There was a time when I was a kid and I would listen to the radio and I would get all excited about the DJs. But at the age of 12, like I told you, I switched over. I switched the walls. I went to the other side of the wall. So I don't know what it's like to listen to the radio and be excited about that guy on the radio saying something for you or saying your name, because my name has now been said so many times, at least in my world. Mm-hmm. And so the song has been done so many times in my world. Yeah. So I don't know what it feels like, but I saw when I did it for that gentleman and his fiance, and I saw how excited. The last time maybe half a year ago, sometime in 2021, I busted it out at the bar, and all of a sudden I had never experienced this where everyone busted out cell phones. You start seeing everyone's camera lights go on, and I'm like, oh wow, dude, why are they doing this? And I do it, and everyone loses their mind, and I don't know what that feels like. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm on the other side. I do appreciate when people get happy. I do notice sometimes, and my friend reminds me, and I hate to think about it because I don't like to dwell on it, where people say, hey, you walk in a room, dude, and the energy changes. I don't know what that feels like because I have that energy. In the room when it happens. I have the energy. I'm not in the room when I walk in. I'm walking in the room. Yeah. So I'm just sometimes I'm nervous when I walk into a room. Like this morning, walking up the stairs, I'm catching my breath walking up the stairs, and I'm like, oh man, they're gonna hear me bofeando, like, you know. And I'm self-conscious about what I look like, feel like, you know. But I'm trying not to show it again because I'm trying to conduct my own world, but everyone else is like, he's here and he's doing a song. I don't know what that feels like. I see people do that, and it baffles my mind because I don't know what that feels like. I'm on the other side, and sometimes when people and again, I'm never going to put myself in the category of celebrities. This is your chance to segue into what you wanted to do. Yes. I'm not going to put myself in the category of celebrities, but I've hung out with enough celebrities to recognize that they also are on the other side. And sometimes, for instance, I don't want you to mess with me, and I'm not just here to make you happy. I'm here to do what I do. Yeah. And so I've hung out with friends, and sometimes those guys get tired. I'm tired. We're all tired. Yeah. We're humans just like you. The same way you have a bad day and you have a bad day, I have a bad day. Any celebrity that I met is probably having a bad day too. They're tired, and they still got to go up on stage and perform or sign an autograph, and they might not be feeling it. So
you've been able to relate to that,
right? Not in the same ratio of how their star power, but I know what it's like to people walk in the room and they're like, Sammy, and I'm like, oh, calm down, bro. It's just me, you know, like it's just me. And they're like, do this song, and I'm like, the song sucks. Somebody hates this song. This song no vale madre, dude. They already told me que no vale madre, and I'm like, and they're like, dude, but it's because it's the song, and I'm like, not to me. Because I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how special you feel hanging out with me. I don't, because I can only know what I feel like hanging out with you. And not that you're not as special, but I don't know, you know? I don't know. And I'm never going to assume I walk in a room and, hey, I'm blessing you with my presence. Yeah. No way, because I don't know. There's a lot of people who have no idea who I am or could care less, you know?
Let's ask Sammy which celebrities he's met.
Okay.
Yes, and I said, okay, he must know with your career
I've met a good amount.
Met a good amount, okay? So I said, you know what? I'm going to give you a time limit.
Okay.
And in that time limit, you name as many celebrities as you can possibly.
Do we have the clock?
So we replicate this right now. Miguel, you got to stop watching. I think we're going to give him 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right.
Go. I'm going to start with like the least popular that I think I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Ready?
And go.
Okay, Gillette. Remember that song, Short Man? I met Gillette.
Okay.
Okay, I met the '69 Boys. I met Onyx. Slam. Okay, so I met Onyx. I met Selena. I met Selena. That's kind of important.
Yes, Pina Colada.
Rihanna smells like an angelic fruit garden.
Oh my goodness.
I've met. I've good friends. I've joked around with George Lopez. I've grabbed Gabriel Iglesias in the boobie. Martin and Alfred, his right hands, his comics. I met them.
That's 30 seconds, but keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Give him another 30.
I met the guys. I met the crew from 2 Unlimited, and the girl flirted with me.
Oh.
Bai Ling from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Jake the Snake, Sheamus from WWE.
Oh, yes.
The other chick, Foxy from WWE. The other one, the really sexy, skinny Latina from WWE. I forgot her name.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I met Stone Cold. Yes. Stone Cold's a nice guy.
Who's the most memorable celebrity that you're never gonna forget?
Man, hanging out with Gabriel Iglesias is a blessing, dude.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Gabriel Iglesias is a real nice guy. Something happened, and he no longer lets people in the way he used to, and I don't blame him because he was a very generous celebrity. He's a very generous celebrity, and some people take advantage.
Exactly. I was
And
gonna say that, yes.
people have to protect their mental health, and I'm sure that Gabriel protects his mental health. So I don't really. He's a nice guy. He's texted me on occasion. I haven't really heard from him lately, and I probably understand why. He's going through his own personal stuff, and he's very vocal. He's no longer with the girl that he was with for a very long time, so he's vocal about it. And he's done podcasts with Martin to where he said that some people just take advantage, and some people and you need time off. You need time away from your fans, and he has a lot of fans.
Yeah.
So I think I'm close enough, or I've gotten close enough to him, not the closest, to know that Gabriel Iglesias, he's a very generous celebrity. He's a humble dude, but he also needs his time. And I've learned that. I've learned that George Lopez is a perfectionist at his craft, at least when it comes to being on stage. He will always show up wearing a suit. And he talked about how he used to do a radio show showing up in a suit. And so I learned that from George Lopez. Always look your best. I know I'm not doing it right now, but man, there's nothing. Here's some more gold for you. There's nothing wrong with being overdressed. There's always something wrong with being underdressed.
Yes.
You show up somewhere looking underdressed, plus you look stupid. Yeah. You show up somewhere being overdressed, you're like, well, what are you doing? Why are you wearing a suit? I'm on my way to something more important. But I'm blessing you with my presence real quick. So, I'm a little bit more important than you. You don't have to say that, though, but you can look important.
Yes.
Right? So you look important. There's nothing wrong with that. So I learned that from George Lopez. I'll never forget the way Rihanna smelled.
Wow.
Rihanna smells beautiful. Like I'm telling you, and people have asked me, and I said it. She smells like a fruit garden in heaven. Wow. She smells like a tropical fruit garden in heaven.
How was the interaction though?
It was a quick, a stand and pose kind of thing where like they do a meet and greet. Like you go and you take pictures and you're like, okay, thank you. And she's like, okay, guys, nice to meet you. Bye. And it's like, okay, in and out. Okay. But while those 10 seconds happened, she was kind, she was beautiful, super tall, smelled amazing, and she was not fake. She was genuinely sweet. She was a genuinely sweet woman. And so Rihanna's unforgettable. Selena. So when I was a kid, this is a good memory. This is a really cool memory. So we're at I'm gonna age it. Well, we're at the Hemisphere Arena, where the Spurs used to play back in the 80s and 90s. We're at the Hemisphere Arena, and it's a thing called the Tejano Music Awards. And my dad got tickets, but we're up in the nosebleeds, right? And then there's on the floor. That's where all the Tejano stars are sitting, right? And you can dance. And so the people that are there with them, you can dance the Tejano music or whatever. And my dad sees Selena and her entourage, her dad, and everyone walking out of the Hemisphere, and they're going towards the main entrance. So they're going to walk out the main entrance of the Hemisphere. So my dad's like, "Vámonos," and I'm like, "Vámonos where, Dad?" And he's like, "Let's go." And my dad's the concourse of the Hemisphere. It wasn't stairs. It was just a big circle that, like, you know how parking lots you can just roll around and keep going down. So that's how you would get down. So we're running around in a circle to get to the bottom lobby of the Hemisphere before Selena walks out the doors. Let's go get a picture, mijo. And I'm like, you're crazy, Dad. And I'm like, he's like, vamos. And he didn't waste any time. So I'm there like a little chubby kid running after my dad, the Hemisphere Arena. And my dad goes straight to Selena and he's like, Selena, Selena. And one of the bodyguards grabs my dad and he's like, hey, calmala. And he's like, get rid of him. Abraham Quintanilla says, get rid of him. Selena turns around and says, Dad, what's wrong with you? Leave him alone.
Wow.
Talking about my dad. And I look at her and I'm like, thank you. Like, that was the sweetest thing. She's like, Dad, stop it, Dad. She got mad at Abraham. She's like, Dad, stop it. She goes, do you guys want a picture? And I'm like, yeah. And my dad's like, if you don't mind. And she's like, Chihuahuas, Dad, get away. And so she tells everyone to move. And my dad puts his arm around her and got himself a little cachito de Selena. You can see his hand in the picture, and she's wearing just a little busticaca, and he's got his hand on her waistline, and I'm just there like tired. You can tell I'm tired of being like, and if you look closely in that picture, you can see Abraham creeping in the back.
Do you still have that picture?
Yeah. You want to see it? I'll bust it out right now.
We're gonna put it up.
We're gonna put it up.
Well, you can put it up right now, but I'll show it to you right now. But yeah, and she was the nicest. She was the sweetest person. She got mad at her dad for treating my dad with disrespect. So she was the sweetest. I mean, for the most part, celebrities are very, very nice, and they understand that they know that you're happy to see them.
Yeah.
If you start becoming a little too much, I'll give you another weird example. George Lopez.
Okay.
He walks out of his dressing room the first time that I met him, and he just, as he walks down the dressing room, he's like, no hands. He said, no hands. And at this point, I'm like, I understand. He hasn't gone on stage yet. He's wearing a real nice suit. Don't touch him. Like, don't mess up his suit. I get it. Okay. But there was these other people in the hall that were waiting, and they were super like, mira, George, mira my son, and this picture of my son, and he's in the army now. And like, you can just tell George is like, okay. Like they make this connection like George is my friend. And George is like, George is being cordial, but he's like, no hands. Wow. And I understood, and at first you might think, well, why would he say that? Think about it, bro. You go to a different town every night and everyone starts touching you. Yeah. Wouldn't you feel weird? Yeah. This is pre-COVID. Can you imagine after COVID and everyone just starts touching you? Yeah. I got it. And I figured, and I understood right away. But he was super nice. And I took my daughter. This was the first time I met him was the night before my wedding. And so I'm with my stepdaughter, my daughter, and I took her to go check out George Lopez the night before I got married. And he looks at my daughter. He goes, hey, mija. He goes, is this your daughter? And I'm like, yes, sir, you're her hero. Thank you so much. And he's like, no. I said, George, you're my hero. And I just wanted her to meet you. And he looks at my daughter and he says, what about you? And she's just like, she's quiet. He goes, is Dad your hero? He should be. And I was like, Este George putting me in good with Mika? Like, that's awesome. So, I mean, celebrities are cool, dude, if you're just understanding with them. But some people take advantage.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They take that kindness for weakness.
Yeah.
And they start leeching on there.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm trying to think if there was anybody else that I might have met. I met Raul Malo from the Mavericks. I really like him. He's a good guy. Cuban country singer. You need to look up the Mavericks, guys. It's you'll be amazed. I'm wondering.
So I'm getting Selena was the sweetest. Rihanna smelled the sweetest.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah, Gabriel's the humblest.
Yes.
George was the most professional. George Lopez was the most professional.
He's also been in the game a lot longer. And,
I mean,
icon in the comedy, and
some people assume because he likes to drink and because he's a real angry dude, like he's an a-hole, but everyone has a right to be an a-hole.
You also hear stories of him slapping people.
Like and Burt Reynolds used to slap Dom DeLuise all the time because it was just they were boys being boys, and so George Lopez is an old school cat, dude, and he's like, you know what, dude, like I'm a man. This is one of those things you have to respect. Don't cancel men for being men. Let men be men and let men teach other men to be men. Because George Lopez is a man, and he's like, I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna get stupid and I'm gonna call you out on your stupidity and I'm gonna get mad at you because that's what men do.
Exactly.
And so men, George is a professional. I can't remember any celebrities. I'll call you later. I forgot.
Let me know.
I
Text me.
forgot. Michael Jackson. No.
Another topic that I wanted to transition to, talking about men, was how toxic is good toxic. Like girls saying,
explain.
like girls say, "Ay, es tóxico, pero me gusta." I know there's girls that like certain levels of toxic. How much toxic is good toxic? Because in other words,
Toxic good at all.
I
right?
mean,
But
I like when my girl gets a little jealous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
okay,
like
see,
that.
okay.
Right? So how much is good? And then how much is like, hey, yeah, te estás pasando. That's too much.
When it becomes a fantasy, when she's imagining you doing things. One thing is, if she sees you saying hi to a girl, and she asks you, "Who's that?"
That's okay.
That's my coworker, Janine. Right? It's my coworker, Janine. Okay. Are you effing her?
That's too much.
Did you have a threesome with her and her other coworker? Like, no, dude. Like, no.
making up stories in your head.
Yeah, they all want you. I know they all want you. Like, babe, you hardly want me. You know.
That's too much.
Why do you imagine that every woman wants me? That's too toxic. A nice, healthy jealousy enough to be like, no, I want you to be with me, stay with me. Okay, great, fine, I got it. But also understanding that you're gonna say hi to. I say hi to many females in my job because I'm a social person and I'm in media. So my wife, God bless her, puts up with me. Right, and she deals with it, but I understand, and if there was a bunch of men wanting to take pictures with my wife, I'd probably be mad too. But you have to don't ever take for granted what they do for you. My wife is a good woman and takes very good care of me, So if some other pelada wants to say hi to her, it's okay. She comes home and she takes care of me.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing with you. I mean, those girls say hi to him from work. Yeah, but who does he come home to? Understand what he does for you. Will he get up in the middle of the night for that other girl? No, he won't.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, a little cute jealousy is nice.
Yeah. A little bit.
Stalking?
Not too much.
No.
No, not stalking.
No, don't be.
What about the passcodes on the phone?
Don't be. Who cares, dude? My wife's like, oh, here's my passcode. I really don't want it. I don't need it. And my wife said it before. Si no me quieres, vete.
Yeah.
Let her have you. If you're gonna cheat on me, let her have you.
Yeah.
And that's how you should feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also if you're looking for something bad, like you're out there,
You're
looking
gonna
for
find
it,
something.
you're gonna
You're
find
like,
something.
why did she text you happy face?
Yeah. The
Because I
emojis.
brought tacos to the office and she said thank you. Like, pero why is it a happy face? What does it mean? No, dude. Leave his phone alone. Leave her phone alone. Stop looking for something. If you love them, trust them. If you don't trust them, you don't love them.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's what love is. It's trusting. It's called faith, dude. It's called faith. I have faith in you. And if I don't have faith in you, then we shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be together.
If you need that constant reassurance, or you need to always be.
Yeah, if I need to report and tell you everything and who everybody is, you don't trust me.
If you're on my GPS location, is that bad? Is that toxico?
I'm iffy on that one, right? Because like, let's say something happens
There's
to
a
me, I'm out
50-50.
stranded.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I want you to know where I'm at, but then,
That's true.
hey, I just saw you went by the store. Why don't you stop for milk?
Oh, yeah.
Man,
¿Con
I
qué
know where you're-
andas?
Yeah.
where you're at. Now, I told you, hey,
Why did you go to that Stripes?
exactly. Hey, arrived home. Yeah, they know you're home. Hey, I'm a block away. I haven't gotten
From
down
point
the
A to
car.
point B, it takes you 15 minutes and 7.1 miles. Why does it?
So when she calls me and she's like, "¿Dónde andas?" I feel like saying, like, you know exactly where I'm at. You know freaking where I'm at. You know. But
Know the
whatever.
speed I'm driving.
Yeah. You know I'm in the house. You're watching me. I see you. But yeah.
I know he had brought up mental health with Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to kind of elaborate on that because I think a lot of times that's why we put ourselves in that position. I mean, men just, they're feeling bad, they're feeling vulnerable, something's bothering them, and they just don't say anything. It's kind of like they don't want to be that weight on the family or add more weight to the family.
As your tia, your grandmother, your mom would say, mijito, te vas a enfermar.
Yes, the stress.
Don't hold it in, guys. Guys, look, bravery is a man thing. And if you can't be brave about what you're feeling, bro, then you're really just hurting yourself. Like, and I hate to say it, but this needs to be normal. Men need to feel, and men need to let it out. And even if it's just with another pelao, go and talk to your homeboy. If it needs to be your wife, go and talk to your wife. Ladies, if you're listening, ladies, let your guy talk. Don't force him. Don't be like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. I want to know what's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. No, just be like, look, hon, are you having a bad day? Yes, I'm having a bad day. Okay, baby, if you want to talk about it, I'm here. Give him a hug. Normalize giving men hugs. Give him a hug. Give him a kiss. If he's your husband, rub one of your curves on him. You know, give him a little. You want some of this, papi? Yeah. Give your husband the attention that you don't want him to get from anybody else. Yeah. Give your husband the attention. Let me just tell you something, and I've always said this on my radio show. If you don't do it, the girl down the street will.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's some nuggets for the ladies. You know why he cheats? And it was, he cheated on me con una vieja fea. Listen closely, ladies, if you've ever heard this. He cheated on me con una vieja fea. Because she gave him attention. She didn't get mad at him. She didn't nag at him. She wasn't mean to him. She said, how are you feeling?
She gave him something that the other girl
didn't. Yeah. All you do is get mad at him. ¿Dónde andas? Why didn't you stop at the store? Yeah. Why didn't you stop at the store? Why didn't you get me this? Why are you talking to her? All you're doing is getting mad at him. And the other girl from down the street, La Fea, are you hungry? You okay? You want to see a little bit of this? You want to see a little bit of that? You want me to do this to you? Okay. You want a foot rub? You want me to go a little higher? You want me to go a little higher? Yeah. She did not get mad at him. All she did was offer him some attention. Yes, definitely. The attention that you didn't give him at home, it came from somewhere else. La Fea. La Fea gave him attention. And you know what? Men don't care about your eyelashes. Men don't care about your nails. Yeah. You know, some curves are nice. Of course we like curves. Of course we like pretty hair. But deep down inside, we just want someone to cuddle up with.
Yeah. Yes. Connect with.
Yes. Connect with. Yeah. We want a girl that's going to give us some steak. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole holiday about it. Steak and BJ Day. Come on, guys. Yeah. I hate to bring that up because it's so crass, and I'm sorry. But honestly, it's not hard to make a man happy. Mm-hmm. Feed him and do something else with your body, right? Give him hugs, give him love, and give him something else. Yes, but if you are just doing nothing but nagging and getting mad and never asking him how he feels, that's why men wander. And then the men that don't wander are keeping it inside.
Yeah.
Miserable. And they die or they commit suicide. Yeah. Te vas a enfermar, mijito. It's a real thing.
And our parents know about it. Like before we even know about it. Mijito, no me gusta ella.
¿Qué te está pasando? ¿Por qué te trata así? Sí, yeah. ¿Por qué no andas de buen humor?
Yeah. They know.
Yeah.
They know. She's mean. She's a mean girl. Yeah, she's cute. She's cute and curvy. She's pretty. Mm-hmm. But she's mean to you, bro. This is why men cheat with La Fea. Yeah. Because La Fea cared enough to ask him how he was doing, try to make him feel better, gave him a hug, gave him a kiss, gave him something more, and made him feel better. Yeah. And all you did was get mad at him because he's a man. And then when he's like, I'm not feeling too good, I'm having a bad day, no seas. Yeah. No seas. You know how you finish that statement? No seas. Este hombre, aguántate. Aguántate. No, dude. It's okay. It's okay. I get sad. I get mad. Yes. You know? And it's okay. And sometimes I just need you to leave me the hell alone. Yeah. And I need to sleep and I need to rest. Yeah. And I don't like the way I felt today. And I felt ugly today. And I felt fat. And I felt tired. And I am not happy. And I just need to just eat and watch some Care Bears and hang out with my dog. And if you want, baby, put on some cute little shorts and give me some cuddles. Yeah. That's all I need. That's all I need. I just need to feel better about myself. Yeah. But no, For some odd reason, nobody understands that men need to feel good too. But it's because he doesn't care about how I feel. Do you care about how he feels? Guys, I'm sorry, dear ladies, and I hope you all hear this. Please, at least one woman, please hear this and tell the rest of the comadres about it. He needs to feel good too. And he doesn't need you nagging. And if he cheated on you with La Fea, it's because La Fea made him feel better.
Yeah. And it can go the other way too.
Yeah.
Girls also need
Straight
to
up, be
feel
good to your
welcome.
girl.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your girl, gentlemen.
If not, somebody else will. Yeah.
Same thing.
Same
If
thing.
you don't do it for them, somebody else will.
Yeah.
Boys and girls. The self-awareness is a very important part
Yes.
of dreams.
Yes.
So I told him straight out, I am not signing up for any 10Ks anytime soon. Okay? I'm not signing up for any 10Ks anytime soon because I'm not physically fit. If your dream is to be a supermodel, but you don't hydrate, you don't take care of yourself, you don't work out, you don't know anything about style, and you're not trying to learn, give up.
Yeah.
That sucks, right? I'm telling you to give up, but you're supposed to get mad at what I'm saying, and you're supposed to say, you know what? I gotta do all that. If you're
Motivate.
not willing to work, give up on your dreams, bro. Straight up, because there's a lot of people right now that do not want to work. They don't want to put in the work. You don't want to read. You don't want to get up early. You don't want to. You don't want to make the extra effort. You don't want to sacrifice. Give up. You're not gonna get your dream if you are just lazy. If you're lazy, if you're not gonna be necio, forget about it.
Definitely.
Forget about it. Forget your dreams. F your dreams. If you're not going to work, F your dreams. Ponte a jalar, go pick up a mop, go pick up a broom, and go be somebody's employee for minimum wage and deal with it. Because if you got dreams, it's going to take work.
Yeah.
No one's going to discover you one day.
No.
Opie's one of the greatest rappers in this city. Did anybody discover you for no apparent reason? No, bro. And that's no disrespect. But you know damn well, no matter how good you are as a rapper, it takes work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you got to get out there. They're not going to discover you in Laredo, and they're not going to just discover you in Texas. You need to go out, and you need to gain fans everywhere. And for anybody out there listening, I want to be a famous rapper. Ponte a jalar.
Yes.
You want to be a famous rapper? Get out there. Get out there. Laredo has no record studios that are going to pick you up and say, hey, I discovered you. I work with this industry and I work with these people and we're going to get you promotion. No, you need to get out of town. You need to go put on shows, free shows, lots of free shows.
Exactly.
You need to kiss the ass of your fan club.
Pay your dues.
Pay your dues. And if you and once you get out there and you work and you kiss all that butt and you eat all that ish, one day they're going to be like, I like you. You're cool. You just finished saying, and again, I'm not owning this, but you've said it before. Legend.
Yes.
You know how much ish I've eaten?
Yeah.
To this day. It's not easy. I have to deal with hatred all the time. I have to show up places that I don't want to be all the time. I have to say hi to people that I don't want to all the time.
Yeah.
If you are not willing to work, forget your dreams. If you're not willing to sacrifice, forget your dreams. You want dreams? Get to work.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
El interés tiene pies.
Mhm.
Right? They say all the time. It's
Go,
true.
Grandma.
Yeah.
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 Let's get it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the best advice that we've given. That's our value of our show.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that the people that are following their dreams, we want to make sure that they get there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
And I want to thank everybody. Sammy the House, thank you so much.
I really wanted
For
to
all
be
the
here,
gold.
guys. I really wanted to
Man,
be here.
I'm-
We've got so much gold, so much insight on this,
Yes.
and I want the people that are watching this to learn. You know, that's our main goal.
Yes.
Learning,
Exactly.
motivation, man. Sammy the House, thank you so
And
much.
I hope to have you back too.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
Hell
coming whenever
yeah.
you want. I'm going to be
Regular.
waiting outside.
Yeah.
Next time I'm gonna be like, hey, guys,
Got you.
are you guys recording again? Can I come in? I want to come in. No, guys, look, thank you so much. I really, Ovi, I've always been a fan of what you do. Again, and I didn't mean to be disrespectful when I said that, but you are a great rapper. You're a great person. I know you advocate for your hood.
Yes.
You work hard for your hood. You work hard for your craft, and I know you work hard for your family. I've been a fan, and I'm watching you and what you're doing with Ovi, and I'm a fan of what you guys are doing. And like I said it before we started recording, everyone and their mother's got a podcast.
Yes.
So for me to be interested is because you're putting out good content. If you're going to do something, do it right. You guys are doing it right. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. If one person heard one thing that I said today, we did our job.
Yes.
Thank you.
We did our job.
Exactly.
Thank you so
Exactly
much.
the same.
Follow
Like and subscribe.
follow,
on
like, and
YouTube.
subscribe this podcast
Yes.
in the Flex podcast at Sammy the House.
Sammy the House.
I want another thing
We'll
that
put
I'd
that
like
on there.
for people to learn. I'm not Sammy in the house. I'm Sammy the house. I mean, hey, you're Sammy in the house. No, I'm Sammy the house.
Sammy the House.
It's weird. It's a technicality, but yeah, at Sammy the House on pretty much everywhere. I have some funny TikToks, believe it or not.
Oh, we gotta follow you on
Yes,
TikTok.
I'll put that out there.
Yeah, I'm on Snapchat, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on the radio every morning, Monday through Friday, on 107.3. It's called Coffee and Magic, 107.3, and Sammy the House right here.
Yeah.
Make sure
Awesome.
y'all follow.
Legend.
Thank you
Laredo
guys.
Legend.
Love y'all.
Thank you. Very
Peace.
generous.
Thank you.